organisation?
Yes, hi, I'm Ratna Taylor. I'm the Director of the Improvement Unit, which is based in Midlands and Lancashire CSU.
Thank you. And can you tell us a little bit more about what your learning expectations were for today, whether there are any skills that you kind of wanted to build up, or perhaps maybe a challenge in your organisation which you were thinking, I want some clarity or insight into this situation?
Yeah, I've previously done quite a bit of work with politicians in a role that I had in local government for a number of years. So I came along today trying to refresh my understanding of the political landscape and how it impacts on the health and care service delivery.
I think you've touched on there that you already have a little bit of
Yeah.
experience, but I have a specific question, so I do want to
Yeah.
ask it. What was your general confidence like working with political leaders before this session?
I think it was reasonably high, although I've been in my current role for about 7 years, so it's been a while since I've had direct input and engagement with politicians, whether they're local or regional. So previously I'd got lots of experience at working with council leaders, mayors and local MPs as well. So again, it was really trying to understand how, in my current role working in health improvement, how and when I should engage with MPs, with politicians, and how I can use them to help inform my improvement programmes and help ensure that we deliver really impactful improvements that make a difference to patients and correspondingly make a difference to the MPs' constituents as well.
I'm going to ask you if it's changed. I hope you're not going to say that the confidence has got worse after today's session,
No.
but has it changed at all?
I think I feel a lot more confident than I was coming into the day, and I think more than anything it's just reignited my interest and my desire to engage with local political leaders through my current work. Because there's a real opportunity to help us make better decisions and help us deliver, really impactful services.
And if I can pick a little bit into the detail of today's session from your experience, is there anything that for you is a key takeaway from today? Are there any maybe tools or strategies that you think this is coming home with me to be applied in my role?
I think the two key takeaways from me were engage as early as possible. I think that was a common theme through all of the conversations we had with the MPs, former MPs that were here today. So engage as early as possible, but also really capitalise on their ability as MPs to convene, so to bring together different parts of public service delivery, different parts of the community, and it's really how can we maximise that ability of constituent MPs to convene stakeholders.
And I was kind of going to ask you a little bit more about, we were quite fortunate today, I guess, to have all these MPs and to be able to ask questions and get their experiences. Do you think that was insightful for you, hearing from them, those MPs, and was there anything that they said that made you think, oh, that's an interesting perspective that I hadn't considered previously?
Yeah, I think it was really helpful having such a broad spectrum of former MPs, so from different political parties and different parts of the country. I think that was really, really helpful. And I think the thing that's really stuck with me is their desire not to have any surprises. And I think that goes back to the earlier point around engaging with MPs early. And I think it's the challenge that they then face if they're caught on the back foot with surprises. So it's ensuring that they're kept informed and that there are no surprises for them.
I think those are some of the key takeaways I got from today as well. But I just want to ground the conversation a little bit more, maybe in like what's next.
Yeah.
And I just wondered if there's anything, or there was any point today where you went, you know what, that's a tangible thing that sparked an action kind of in my head to go and do something or deliver something.
Yeah, I think I think the tangible action for me is around making sure that as we approach new programmes of work, that we factor that political advocacy, that political challenge and that political engagement into programmes of work, and using those opportunities that can come from having that mature relationship with a local MP to ensure that the work that we do is really impactful.
I know a lot of people have kind of been nominated into this space today, so we did want to ask a little question about, is there anything that you thought about today that you thought, yeah, I definitely want to take that back to people in my organisation who didn't come today, and bring that, you know, to the forefront, be that the board or kind of any other element of people you work with?
I think it's that simple message: engage, and engage early. I think that's the key takeaway, and the key message really that I'll take back is engage, and don't be afraid to engage. They're humans. They're here to serve their constituents, just as we're here as health workers to serve the patients that we support. So yeah, just engage with them as early as possible, and don't be afraid of having those conversations with them.
The final question I've got is just to us as the Northwest Leadership Academy, which is based on the experience that you've had today, the things that have kind of been provoked in your mind. Are there anything you think should be kind of the next steps with politics, you know, in terms of our development offer? Is there anything following on from the session that you think either for you or other people would be good to kind of go deeper into?
I think including a political element into leadership programmes such as Nye Bevan or Elizabeth Garrett Anderson, so for those first line aspirational leaders, to understand the importance of political understanding and the opportunity to engage with local politicians in a positive way rather than in a negative or more defensive way. So I think it's that positive engagement and capturing the opportunities, not just when you're a senior leader in an organisation, but how you can maximise the benefits as a manager of a service, even if you're relatively junior, and that will help you on your leadership career.
Right, now I've given everybody else the opportunity to just say